South Suburban Conference action, varsity style, the Lakeville South Cougars visiting your Eagan Wildcats. My name is Skip Newton here on Eagan TV, alongside my broadcast partner, Nathan Cron. Nathan, it's great to have us back together again.
It's nice to be back, Skip. Our schedules finally have aligned, and the team is back together. Almost kind of, it has a Jake and Elwood kind of feel to it, where we're putting the band back together. We've got an elite ETV crew here ready to deliver the sights and sounds of high school boys soccer.
And one of the rare things that we haven't had to talk about a whole lot about this boys varsity team for the Wildcats, coming off a loss.
Coming off a loss, a 2-1 defeat against the Rosemount Irish, the inter-district, inter-conference, intersection Rosemount Irish. One of the other leading contenders certainly for the section crown and perhaps for the conference championship. The defending state champion Eagan Wildcats had a couple of losses last year earlier in the season and kind of got things straightened out. And I think if a lot of Wildcat fans are hoping that the loss against the Irish will help get them refocused, focusing on not reading press clippings and not paying attention to things like that, but just paying attention to every single game. We can lose if we don't play our best soccer.
Absolutely, and they're going to try to rebound against the Cougars from Lakeville South. The Cougars come in with one win in their first 7 matches, a couple of draws and 4 losses. They've scored 10 goals on the season with 9 against. Your Wildcats, 3 wins, 2 draws, and then that 1 loss on Monday down at Rosemount. They've scored 13 goals with 6 against. The starting lineup for Lakeville South, the goalkeeper Edwin Carlson. You've also got Carter Mayfield, Marcus Huber, Sam Brown, Levi Van Ginkel, Michael Bean, Alex Raphael, Jack Olson, Joe Elliott, Nolan Weichert, and Kyle Hahn. For the Wildcats, as usual, Zach Rojas in goal, Ben Galbari, Mason Axelrod, Hannon Axelrod, Colin Bray, Graham Johnson, Zayan Oliat, Kevin Katora, Eddie Katora, Owen Gentilla, and John Tesdall on the back line. As always, we are underway. The Wildcats wearing their traditional home blue, going left to right. Cougars wearing their road whites, going right to left. Wildcats with possession here early.
And already with an interesting lineup change for Josue Butuli, Coach Josue Butuli. He's got Graham Johnson on the wing over here, and he has Owen Gentilla playing in the center.
That is an interesting change. Usually we see Gentilla, both last year and so far the first few weeks of this season playing in his wing position. So maybe something to try to get a little more scoring from the middle. Far side, Oliat brings it to the middle, right foot shot. It's a good hard one towards the corner. Diving save made by Carlson, but this will result in an early corner kick for the Wildcats.
Play results in a corner kick for the Wildcats. It'll be their first.
Oliat, one of the real leaders for this Wildcat team, carrying them offensively. And he's been on target more than he's been off target so far this season.
Really established himself as a primary goal scorer a year ago. In swinger corner, struggling to catch that one. The juggling catch made by Edwin Carlson of the Cougars. He'll roll this one out to his defensive teammate. That was Elliott playing that one into the middle. Headed near side. Bean down the line. Too far into touch. Katora.
Interestingly enough, Kevin Katora kicking one of the balls away. I don't think he liked that. I don't know if it was maybe one of the girls' balls from the game before or what that was about, but that was a rather interesting exchange.
Johnson plays that one up for the other Katora. Katora looking to cross. Got a defender on him. He does nick that one off of him. It goes off another Cougar defender in for corner number 2 already, just 2.5 minutes into the match. This one will be from the near corner.
Moving over to take the kick will be number 17, Owen Gentilla.
Gentilla is going to take this one. It'll be a right foot, so out swinger. Hannon Axelrod giving him an option short. If he wants it, he doesn't. Oh, it's right on goal. An opportunity there. All he had to do was deflect that one. Looked like the
Shot just went wide.
Looked like it hit him on the hip. Looked like it hit Oliot on the hip, and he just couldn't steer it in. It died. Instead of the momentum of the ball continuing, it seemed to die.
Yeah, it was in that no man's land right in the midsection where you can't get anything, solid to redirect it strongly. It just kind of hit his gut and just kind of stopped and went barely over the touch line. I mean, you can have abs of steel and it's still not going to get a very good hard shot. The hard clear into touch by Galbari. Johnson steps in front of that throw. Tried to find Katora. This one's played back defensively. Katora pressuring Johnson as well, but cleared out nicely, at least for the moment here by the Cougars as they now control. Still on their back line. Good pressure by the Wildcats. And the Wildcats are buzzing. They will pressure the back line of their opposition and force turnovers and mistakes, generate scoring chances. Try to play that aggressive style here early in this match as that one goes into their bench. A glorious weather day for soccer, 72 degrees. There is no wind at all, unlike a week ago when we were in a downpour of rain for the first half of that match. Eagan winning that one here in the rain, 2-0 against Lakeville North. Have a throw on the far side, down near the corner. Try to get this one in as far as he can. A good throw can be just like a corner kick down here. This one's headed out. Nice volley out of the penalty area into touch. Another throw in coming for the Wildcats. I believe that's Hannon Axelrod. Played a little defense to start the season, Nathan.
Yeah, absolutely played an outside back position early in the season, and I honestly thought he did very well with it. He was very mobile, he's very aggressive, he's physical. I thought he was making some really good decisions, and of course we know he can overlap and he can jump into the offense, so I thought that was a good spot for him.
Yeah, I was thinking about that when I heard that change had been made watching one of the earlier games, on the YouTube channel for Eagan TV. You take someone who has historically played a wing in an attacking position and you move them back to an outside back. They are just naturally going to want to move up and into the attack, support the attack, make those overlapping runs. And Axelrod, would be very good at that. I mean, again, having played varsity soccer for a couple of years and playing up front, there's what I'll call a intended pass, but harmless.
One shot for the Wildcats from Hannon Axelrod.
Not sure I would call that a shot, but potentially scored one officially, but again, no danger there. Easy save, and now the Wildcats, Bray has it. They've dropped that one back. Tesdal, strong off of Oliot, loses it. Here come the Cougars. Tesdal shields that one into touch.
Yeah, we've had an opportunity a couple of times this season already, Skip, to marvel at the strength of Tesdal, but I mean, he's like a mountain back there, and you're not going to push him off.
Katora being held from behind. You could see the jersey pull away from him. Surprised there's not a delay call. I mean, it's such an easy call to make.
Well, if the referee's going to play advantage, right? If the referee's playing advantage, they really need to signal it. It would really help not only the fans in the stands, but also us here in the press box. I mean, because Katora still had possession of the ball. He was still attacking, so I guess you let that play to its natural conclusion.
Long throw deep towards the goal line. Bray's going to try to play this one back. It's hit from behind, no call. Cougars throw this one in front of their own bench, and Bray's able to bring that one down to his teammate. Bray gets another head on. This one's need forward. This one's onside. Looked like Katora was held again a little bit. Got one defender to beat. Brings it to the middle. plays it forward into the box. No communication there between the defender and the goalkeeper, Carlson. Carlson didn't get there in time. Defender, nice job clearing. Looked like that was number 14, Joe Elliott.
Yeah, Carlson and Elliott almost collided there, which would have really been unlucky for the Cougars, but fortunately Elliott with a strong foot gets rid of it. Nice, like the back heel play there by Katora, trying to spring his teammate.
Yeah, creative play, and it was clear that he knew that Oliat was going that direction. I mean, that they were in sync. It just didn't quite come off.
Big
Long throw. Gentilla lets it get by him. Sorry, no, Johnson, not Gentilla. Johnson couldn't quite redirect that. If there had been another Wildcat behind him, that could have been a tap-in goal.
Well, one of the things Johnson does bring is he brings some extra height to that front line. And Cats a little unlucky there that they weren't able to get that steered on frame. Rojas with it, and he'll hoof it out towards Johnson.
Nice job by Rojas getting possession, making a good clear-out pass, and all of a sudden, here come the Wildcats once again. Johnson, far side, Oliat. Brings it up, has Johnson down near the corner. Defender on. Oliat into the penalty area, goes deep, brings it back.
Oliat, number 10,
Carlson up to the
Carlson.
Challenge once again. They're going to have to find a way to avoid him on those crosses or shots. A negative pass there could have been productive if the next opportunity presents itself. Meanwhile, Rojas gets it to the other Axelrod on the pitch. Or excuse me, that was Galbari, number 2. There are 2 Axelrods out there, 2 Katoras, and here's the first shot of the match coming for the Cougars. Easy save for Rojas. Does a nice job not yielding a rebound.
Mason Axelrod there giving away that ball. He just needs to be a little more careful that ball doesn't get intercepted by the Cougars. And fortunately, Rojas saves everyone's blushes.
Oh, that nice job controlling far side. Under pressure from behind, brings it back. Feeds to the middle, looking for Gentilla, just out of his reach. Good patient defense there by Katora. Give and go, read perfectly by Galbari. Katora can't get there. Galbari helps him out. Gentilla wins that loose ball. Has it either knocked off or he misplayed it. Pass gets by Bray, and here comes Mayfield. Plays it up strong. Rojas off his line. Looking for Rafael.
And Rafael on the far side, that was a good test on Axelrod, but fortunately, like we were talking about before, I mean, Axelrod, not only because he's played a wing, kind of a forward wing position, he understands, and I'm sure he's got a sixth sense about when this ball is coming over the top and when a defender, here's an opportunity for the Cougars.
Galbari struggled with that one. Almost gave a breakaway up. Again, Rojas aggressively off his line. Van Ginkel of the Cougars looking for a call there, didn't get one. And there's a trip.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an easy call.
This would be a free kick
Foul on the Wildcats was the call
for Lakeville South, just inside the football 40.
Jack Olson, number 12, on the kick for the Cougars.
Ideally looking to put this one into the penalty area, but short of Rojas's reach. Don't think he'll put this one on frame, but he does. Yeah, it was a challenge. It wasn't on frame, but it forced Rojas to come out and punch that one as there was a Cougar in the vicinity. Results in a Lakeville South corner there, first of the match. This will be from the near side. It'll be an in-swinger.
Nice job not committing a foul there by either player.
On the kick is number 2, Carter Mayfield.
Far post, too far. Bray pressuring Cougar attacker. This one played through, but too strong. Miscommunicated there between the Cougars. It'll be a Wildcat throw coming for Hannon. Long ball over the back line of the Cougars. They've got space to settle this one down and boot it on back. Headed into touch by Axelrod.
Cougars' last game was against the Shakopee Sabres, but before that, the game before that, they had a 1-0 victory over the Rosemount Irish, Skip. So, I mean, this is a Cougar team that clearly, despite the fact that it hasn't had a lot of success winning in terms of creating wins, clearly can play at a level to give these Wildcats a very good game. And so this is going to be I would expect this to be a close 1-goal game all the way to the end.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all. And so far, it's been a fairly even match. I mean, neither team really dominating possession. I mean, maybe a slight advantage to the Wildcats, but not by a lot. Near side, Katora looking for a teammate. Oh, a nice fake there by Chuntilla. Axelrod, far side, Oliat. Drags it down deep, plays it across. That one's played out defensively. Once again, Carlson was there if that got past his defensive teammate. Wildcats continue to work the far side of the pitch, deep into the penalty area. Axelrod to take this throw once again. Hannon, big throw, and it's in. Oh, I thought it was in. It got over the head. It was misjudged by Edwin Carlson, the keeper. It looked like it was going to go into the far post, just wide. And I don't know, was that touched?
It's touched by a defender because Juntilla's lining up for a corner, Skip. So it came off a defender.
So that would have been an own goal, punched out brilliantly by Carlson. Opportunity here, top of the box. Played near side, Gentilla. He's going to volley this one in. What a shot! Oh, and Gentilla absolutely crushes one inside the near post. That's as brilliant a shot as I've seen in a long time.
That was, Skip, that was for Gentilla, that was the equivalent of a quarterback sneak that goes for 60 yards and a touchdown. You know it's coming. You know they're lined up for it. You know what they're going to do, and it doesn't matter. So Gentilla absolutely, as you said, crushed that ball. Carlson rooted to the spot. He had no chance to get to that ball. Just no chance.
Yeah, he was frozen as that ball just whistled inside the near post. And honestly, that's one where, as a goalkeeper, you gotta tip your hat. Like, okay, that's a brilliant shot. There's no keeper that makes that save.
What a strike!
Scoring for the Eagan Wildcats, number 17, Owen.
So I think that's going to be Gentilla from Eddie Katora.
16, Eddie Katora.
And indeed, that is the fact. In fact, that is the case.
The time of the goal is 15
A great pass by Katora to find an open Gentilla. Here's Katora again, passing across. Oliat brings it down. Got a man in front of him now. Two defenders. Didn't have the lane to shoot. Looking to create something far side, being patient. Good defense by the Cougars. Plays it back. Long shot. Blocked.
So interestingly enough, Johnson, no, that's not Johnson, that's Axelrod. So 6 and 9 from a distance, they look a little bit the same. I was thinking Johnson's found his way back to the midfield, but middle of the field, but in fact he is on the far post.
Played once again inside. That was unable to read that jersey number from here. One-on-one. Nice pressure defense. Didn't win the ball, but forced the turnover. That's great defense far side.
Yeah, Tesdall had pressed up, Galbraith covering for him. And the expectations for this Wildcat team certainly are, I think it's fair to say, a section championship, maybe a conference title. Maybe another deep run at the state tournament. So To do that, you're going to need players that can play different positions and cover for each other. That's right now what the Wildcats are doing.
Gentilla, he's got Johnson near side. Didn't really have a lot of attractive options. Tried to just play that one through with a shot. It was well defended.
Perhaps a bit aspirational, Skip?
Yeah, if he would have had an open shooting lane or a better one, I think I have no problem with that distance. But maybe patience would have been the better decision there. Just pull it back and see if your teammates can't give you some better options, because both of his wings were covered. Bray, nice job controlling. And we have a foul.
Called on Lakeville South. Free kick for the Wildcats.
So in the 16th minute, Owen Gentilla
On the kick,
with a wicked goal
Tesdall, number 24.
from an angle off the volley. Absolutely crushing it into the net. The assist going to Eddie Katora. Long ball. This is a shot by Tesdall.
Off the free kick, the
Speaking
shot,
of
John
aspirational.
Tesdall.
I was going to say aspirational
Goal, save.
squared.
Edward Carlson.
I mean, he has scored from that distance. However,
Yeah,
he needed a lot more air.
a little more air under the ball for that. It would have had to. Here's the thing: if that's another 6 feet higher in the air, yeah, he's got a chance to go to goal and win and get that in. But just a little too low.
Wildcats losing that one in the middle and near side. Unable to control was Ethan Southaboon.
Full credit to Michael Bean, though, the defender, the center midfielder / center defensive midfielder for the Cougars, did a great job of picking Gentilla's pocket and creating that opportunity. You see a little disappointment on his face that the chance wasn't taken advantage of. But I tell you that if you're down a goal against the Wildcats, one of the best ways to climb back into the game is with a quick counterattack created by a turnover.
And not only was that a great play by Michael Bean, but loved him in Aliens and Tombstone as well, yes, amongst others. Oh, a nice fake there. Johnson plays it across. He's got a man far side. It looks like it's potentially Oliad. He just got a too strong of a touch. Oh, his first touch, a little heavy. It's a tough pass to control and bring down. I mean, he's moving at full speed. The ball was a lightning shot across the pitch, but wow, what a brilliant ball by Johnson.
And going out, Levi Van Ginkel, number 9.
Well, Johnson making the coaching staff look very, very smart, playing that ball and playing it across and creating scoring opportunities. Maybe he's the new right winger now.
Cougar throw. Johnson picks his pocket. He's going to play it across again. This one's picked out of the air, but right to Katora. Right back to Johnson. Controls. Nice pass. Gentilla gets away from him in a touch.
First touch for some of these Wildcats, just a bit heavy, Skip. And it's not that, look, they're quality players. We know that, but that first touches are just letting them down.
Katora battling. Losing that one. Oh, but the clear right to Oliad. Trying to bait his defender into letting him by, and he does. Oh, brilliant move. Now the negative pass, nobody home. Oliad's making that pass, I think just assuming that his teammate is going to be there, that someone's going to the spot. Cougars turn that one over. Axelrod plays it back. Near side, Kevin Katora.
He's done it so many times, Skip. You have to, if you're one of his teammates, you have to get there.
Yeah, we saw that countless times a year ago. We've seen him bring it down deep countless times this match already. So you know that pass is coming. Eddie spinning into pressure there. Fortunately, throw-in is one.
I think part of the problem is that the center forwards, Eddie Katora, was on the side with him, was on the far side, and so no one flowed or no one filled in that middle spot. And speaking of which, it's the first time I've had a chance on the air to talk to you about it. How do you like Eddie Katora at the center forward position? I love it.
Yes, I honestly think that's his natural position. I think he wants to be up front. I think he can make things happen. He's an aggressive attacking player. He's got good ball skills, and he's been on the team. This is his 3rd season, so he's got familiarity with the returning players as well. So good chemistry there. Oh, a nice opportunity there, effort by Johnson, but it looked like the defender deflected that crossing attempt. This one headed forward by Mason Axelrod. Slide takes out a player, no call, but Juntilla, Oliat into the penalty area, brings it across, right foot shot!
Zayan Oliat, number 10, with the shot that
He was
goes
shooting
wide.
far
Goal
corner,
kick for
just
the
too
Cougars.
far, too wide. But a quick move into the middle and very little time to get that shot off.
I have to say, I really like Eddie Katora in that center forward position. For the last 2 years, of course, Skip, he's played a wing. He's played an outside wing position, and I think he's done well with that. But I think by moving him closer to the goal, towards the middle of the field, his quickness, maybe not so much straight line speed, but his quickness and his ability to use his body, I think it's highlighted there, and I think it gives him a better opportunity to be productive.
Yeah, perhaps that opportunity created by the graduation of Jake Sondag from a year ago, one of the outstanding Wildcat forwards, crucial in
Foul on the Wildcats. Free kick. Lakeville
winning
South.
the semifinal. We've had the game winner in the semifinal game in the state tournament to send them to the championship game, if I have my game
Jack
correct.
Olson with the kick for Lakeville South.
From midfield after the foul. Far side box. Looks like Hannon got ahead to that first, plays this one into the middle, maybe not where he intended. Bit of a dangerous ball there. This one's still controlled by the Cougars. Tried to go through a couple of defenders, unable to get past the third. Clearing attempt, controlled temporarily by the Cougars and now really cleared by the Wildcats.
Schifrau giving chase. Almost had an opportunity there.
Good pressure. Slide takes him out, turns and fires, maybe a decision I think he'd like to have back.
Yeah, Hussein and Schifrau there need to get their wires uncrossed. Hussein was coming towards the goal. Schifrau was going away from it. Schifrau's got to lay off and let Hussein try to take that ball if he can.
So number 5, Jonas Schifrau, number 14, Kadir Hussein, both in. That pass errant, intercepted. Here come the Cougars. They play it deep. It looks like it might have gone into touch, or did they call a...
Well, the referee called a foul, and honestly, I think he anticipated that the contact was going to be heavy. He was thinking, I'm going to blow a whistle anyway, and the contact honestly wasn't much there.
For the Cougars with Michael B, number 10.
As it is, we'll have a free kick from the 30 of the football field near the touchline. Aims towards the middle of the far side. This one headed up in the air. Played up again. Now headed towards the goal. Rojas with the save.
Header for the Cougars is on goal.
I have to say that was about as comfortable a save for Rojas as, in that situation, he made it look easy.
Yeah, he had great positioning, and
Number 18,
the way the ball was played up in the air, it's really tough to get a strong, powerful header on that one. And now another foul. They're starting to tally up here against the Wildcats.
Yeah, another situation where Hussein and Schifrau were colliding or coming together. They just don't need to be doing that.
So another free kick here for
Wildcats. Free kick, Cougars.
Lakeville South from their own half of the midfield stripe.
Again on the kick, number 12, Jack Olson.
Should mention Felix Smith and number 12, Javon Leon have also checked in for the Wildcats.
They're going to play this one short, but then try to deliver deep. They do not. Now is an opportunity for the Wildcats. Oh, and they shoot from distance. I'm not sure
Shot number 5.
Why
Shot
Schifferoff
goal
made
kick
that
Cougars.
decision? Did he think he was going to get caught from behind? Did he think the goalkeeper Carlson was off his line too much? That was a really curious choice.
I'd like to think that he saw Hussein and was trying to chip it up and let Hussein run onto it, but he just mishit it. I thought that's what he was trying to do, because he clearly, out of the corner of his eye, he could see Hussein also breaking. It was basically a 2-on-1, because the defender was likely going to catch him at some point. You know, it was going to create a problem for him. I thought he was going for Hussein, and it just didn't come off.
It's tough to say what his intent was, but I can tell you by his body language afterwards, what happened is definitely not what he intended. He was not happy with the result.
No.
Long ball into the penalty area. Rojas is going to be able to play this one. Of course, waits till the last possible second.
Oh, I wish the keepers wouldn't do that sometimes. Especially, look, if it's 11:45 in the game and we're in the second half, that's fine. You can do that. But early in the game, please don't do that. I just don't want anybody to get run into you.
My please don't do that thing with the keepers is please don't punt the ball with your foot as close to the 18-yard stripe as possible. It's okay to be a yard back and play it safe. You're gaining nothing by that extra yard.
Except the percentage chance that an assistant referee judges that you handled the ball outside the box.
Oliot fallen down, unfortunately, so that one goes straight to the Cougar player, but Bray takes this one at midfield. Nice job bringing this one back. Finds Oliot near side, obviously switch sides of the pitch. He's going to play this one in. Schifra on his horse, so good communication. He read the read just a little strong, and Carlson is very aggressive coming off his line, so they have to be aware that there's an aggressive keeper back there for the Cougars. Controlled out of the box, back to Bray. And now all the way back. Midfield. Passes are just a little off. Somehow Oliot nutmegs one defender, can't get the second one. Into the game, number 12, Jaron Leon. Here's Oliot again. Trying to get past a defender, find a shooting lane or a pass. He passes far side. Brings to the middle, right foot shot. Right on.
Good shot by Smith. Pulls the ball down, gets it into a good shooting position and hammers it. Definitely like to see that. Cats could definitely use a couple of players other than Juntilla, Coutura, and Oliot to score goals. And another foul, I think, here against the Wildcats.
That was an interesting one. I didn't think I think I would have just let that go. It looked like he was playing the ball and the other guy won it. This one likely to be a deep ball since there's no short option. They go long. Gets over the head of, I believe that's Axelrod. And now a deep ball play. This one's onside. Schifra can't quite get in front of that defender. Trips him. That's an easy call. I don't think that was intentional. I think he was trying to get behind him and just clipped his back foot.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. He's just trying to get around the defender to get to the ball.
Free kick, Lakeville South.
Good speed there by that Lakeville South defender. Schifra had a step on him early, but he caught up and made up the distance. Cleared out by Elliott. But turned over. Nice job by Axelrod. Gets it to Hussein, over to Bray.
Well laid off by Hussein there. He found Bray in stride.
Trying to get Bray on a run into the penalty area. That clear is deflected, but now Cougars inside out ball, long one. Played back neatly by the Wildcats and into touch, stopping that Cougar attack. Skip,
Cougars have had only one. They've had one corner in this half. They've had a couple of shots on goal,
Substitutions,
but
both teams for the
really not
Wildcats
a
in the
lot
game,
of,
number 25, Andrew
I guess I would say
Simonson.
3 shots on goal, I should say, but not a lot of offensive scoring opportunities for the Cougars.
No, it's been tough, tough swimming for them when they get into that middle in the attacking third. Really, the back line of the Wildcats taking over anything that gets past them. Rojas is in position. Hussein over there. Andrew Simonson checking in, number 25 for the Wildcats. Lincoln Axelrod checking in as well. So the Axelrod family reunion has begun on the pitch here at the Wildcat Stadium, with 3 different Axelrods finding their way into the match.
And when they're all on the pitch at the same time, good luck. At least for us up here in this, I should say for us up here in the press box, good luck.
I can just say Axelrod and I'm going to be right,
30% yeah,
30% of the time if
of
I
the
don't
time.
include Rojas. So
Yep.
Galbari with a nice job winning that one using Rojas. Gets it back. Looks for an option. And when gets by Simonson, he might have let that through intentionally. Tough to say. Schifferoth can't get to that ball now. It's the Cougars under control. Far side, they bring it to the middle. Nice defense. Good battle there between 2 players. Defense for the Wildcats temporarily winning, but here's Elliott switching fields. Brings it to the middle. Left foot into the penalty area. Immediately headed out, but right back in. Deflected by the Wildcats. Lakeville runs that one down. And off of South, this will be a Wildcat throw here. Just under 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. The lone goal by Owen Juntilla shows the lead. I'm not sure why.
The players got this right. Everybody, including the players on both teams, thought that was going to be a blue throw-in. Instead, it's actually the assistant referee and the center referee. Center referee didn't see it, looked at the assistant. Assistant said it's going to be a white throw. So, despite the fact all the players thought it was going to be a blue throw, it's a white throw.
That's one of those situations where if I'm a ref and I don't see it, but all the players are behaving like it's one way, I'm just going with what the players, because ultimately they're all not lying. Like, they saw it, they made the call. Here's an opportunity for South. That one's deflected. Rojas makes the save. So shot partially deflected, took something off of that, changed the direction, but plenty of time for Rojas to adjust here. Final 5 minutes, and he has no problem playing this one with his foot, getting it past midfield. This one will be a Wildcat throw, just on the south side of the midline. Wildcats unable to control, into touch.
Cats would really like to see Schifra or Hussein or somebody else make a serious offensive contribution. It's one of the things that the Wildcats did so well last season, you'll recall, Skip, as they came at opponents in waves. It was these 2 players, now it's these 2 players, now it's these 2 players, and the opponents really just never had a chance to even breathe. And right now I think the Wildcats are missing a little bit of that cutting edge out there right now, and so they just need to get that back.
Yeah, they started off the match with so much pressure. Now it feels like it's let up a bit. It's not quite as intense. Cougars sensing an opportunity here. They're getting multiple players down into the penalty area for this throw. Headed back out, but they're going to have a cross. Not a cross, a shot.
Save for Zach Rojas.
Another easy one for Rojas.
That's 2 shots in 2 good shots in as many minutes.
Shot lead by Van Ginkel, number 9.
Van Ginkel with that shot. Wildcats unable to pass to feet here. They're just clearing and right into Cougar possession, which is allowing them to keep the pressure on. Nice job blocking that crossing attempt. It'll be a throw down near the corner flag here in the final 2:45 of the first half.
Substitution for the Cougars in the game, Madison Novi, number 15. Going off is number 13, Ethan Croak.
Skip Newton here alongside Nathan Cron. Eagan TV once again bringing you all of the fall soccer action. Defending state champion Eagan Wildcats have a 1-0 lead over the visiting Cougars from Lakeville South. Cougars trying to get that equalizer here before the end of the half. Play this one nicely into the penalty area, but no one's going to get there, but it's not going to get out. So well played by the Wildcat defense. No doubt good communication by Rojas telling him you gotta play this one. It's not going into touch, and you got a guy defending, but not sure if there was a foul or an offside. Offside flag, okay.
Indirect free kick for the Wildcats.
Sometimes hard to see on that far side, but an offside flag. I'm not sure exactly which player was in the offside position, but that was a great pass. I did not get the name of the number of the Lakeville South player, but that was a beautiful pass that just died right before it got to the end line.
Little push in the back, just a subtle push there, but enough to get the foul call.
Foul on the Cougars.
Mason's going to leave this one, no doubt, for Tesdall. We've seen him shoot from this distance.
Now, if he's going to, here's what I will say: if Tesdall is going to try to go to goal from this distance, I'd like to see the group of players in front between him and the goal, as opposed to on the far side of the box, far side of the penalty area. So as this shot comes out, you're going to see the Cats on the far side.
1 minute
He is putting that one. It's going to go through. The field goal is good,
off the free kick, the shot by John Tesdall,
proving that he has the leg, if not the right trajectory.
Well, I don't think anybody in the state of Minnesota doubts Tesdall's leg. I just, like I said, I would be interested to see if those players, instead of being on the far side of the penalty box, why not be between Tesdall and the keeper? That way, if a keeper misplays it, or if there's a rebound or a loose ball, you can crash straight in, as opposed to coming at an angle.
Yeah, shorten the distance. At least put a couple of guys there to get a couple of the areas covered. As it is, we're down to the last 20 seconds here. Opportunity maybe one more time for the Wildcats if they can. Hussein spins his defender and earns the corner, but he's going to have to hurry. 10 seconds left. The Wildcats have to hurry there. God, they make the mistake of bringing somebody up from deep, and that's a poor decision there. Hussein, if he's thinking, just grabs the ball and says, I have to take this, even though I don't normally take it. You have to be aware of the clock and the situation.
Yeah, high school soccer very different than world football, where referee keeping the watch on, keeping a watch on his wrist or her wrist would probably give the Wildcats a chance to put that into play. As it is, the chance goes begging. The Wildcats lose the opportunity to get another shot, another scoring opportunity. But look, Cats did some very good things in that half, especially the first half of the first half. But they've got to do something. They're going to have to look. The Cougars are not going anywhere. They're going to have to step it up in the second half and continue that level of play that they had in the first, say, 15 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, that's a great point. We're going to get more to that end of the half situation when we come back. But for now, we're going to take a break. We'll be back for the second half. You are watching Eagan Soccer on Eagan TV. It's the Wildcats 1, Lakeville South 0.
Going from a 12 to 1,500 square foot Rambler house to 10,000 square feet here in the new art house. I am excited to just see people in this space.
We have a really wide variety of programs and classes here. We're very excited to be able to offer much more than we could before, which we're able to do now that the space is much larger and able to host more people.
I'm most excited to have a space for everybody in the community, whether a budding artist or an artist who has taken classes before and learning to hone their skills. This really just is a spot where we want the community to come, feel welcomed, and enjoy an art experience while they're here.
It only serves to make the community stronger to have these creative spaces, especially very dedicated ones like this. And I'm very excited to see more of the community come in and engage with this space and each other here.
Jason, let's go see your room.
That's not right. How was it? Is it good?
We were inspired to build a new indoor playground because the old one was getting over 20 years old and we just needed a new place for the community and families to be able to bring their kiddos. The new space is actually a multi-level space. It's taller than the last one was, and it's very big, has open areas inside the playground itself. So if a parent needed to go up there, it's suitable for that. And it's soft and cozy and bright inside. We do offer a special right now for the month of August and September. We're doing $5 Fridays, and that includes use of our gymnasium as well. Spaces such as the Blast Indoor Playground really do serve our community. It's a great meeting spot to be able to have an indoor safe place to get together and play.
Been a treat to see the interest in girls flag. It's the first year, you know, it's exciting that we had so much ask from the girls to, hey, can I come play? Absolutely. We have about 45 girls on our roster right now.
I found out about the league from my coach, Carl. He was our weightlifting coach, so he kind of inspired me as well to come out and play.
In the league, we have over 51 teams. They started last year with the pilot program with 4, now it's 51. So it kind of boomed over a year.
They actually made the schedule around other sports. I know a lot of people, they do softball or track, so getting to play sport with them means a lot to me.
Scheduling was a struggle. We're a club sport technically, so we practice at 7 o'clock at night so girls can go compete in their other sports.
A lot of the successes as a team is just higher game IQ. So some girls came in not knowing anything about football, and now they have plays memorized.
Going into today's game, I felt nervous because I knew some of my friends and my family members were coming. Then I just got on the field and tried to do my best.
The NFL's involvement with the league has been so great. Minnesota Vikings, it wouldn't have ever gotten started without them. They run all the behind the scene things.
I just want to thank my teammates for having a fun day. I know it wasn't super successful, but we're working hard.
I'm proud of how far we came from last game to this game at home. Even though we lost, I think overall as a team we played better.
Being a part of something brand new is tough, but I think the girls are getting a lot of teamwork and a lot of different skills that they can utilize in their other sports too.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
I'm Mike McGuire. I'm an Eagan homeowner, and I also happen to be the mayor. We are installing a new roof today, and we decided to go with solar shingles to generate some solar energy for the house and offset some of our electricity costs.
Solar shingles are a photovoltaic technology that generate electricity. They function much like any rooftop solar panel that you may be familiar with. So they're super cool in that they generate electricity and they protect a home from the weather. So it's an awesome new technology that's available that offers a little bit more of an aesthetic appeal to homeowners that might not want a bulky solar panel on their roof.
So this is the Timberline solar shingle. This is the part of the shingle that gets nailed onto your roof. Just like a normal shingle would be attached, there's a nailing strip here and there's a sealant strip on the bottom of it. And then this part of the shingle produces electricity from solar. The nice thing with this is it decreases the amount of laborers that you have to have on your property when you're looking at getting a roof and solar at the same time. The roofing crew does the shingles and the roofing crew does the install of the solar shingles.
My understanding from our contractor is when they went into the city to get the permits, it was the first solar shingle installation that Eagan has seen. So we put the inspections department through their paces and got all the permits done. So we're here at the exciting conclusion installing our new solar shingled roof today.
Having solar shingles in Eagan is super exciting. This marks a really awesome milestone in our local climate work in the city, and it shows that our community and homeowners here are excited about renewable energy technology.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
School here in Eagan, Minnesota. It's the second half of the boys varsity match between the Lakeville South Cougars and your Eagan Wildcats. My name is Skip Newton alongside Nathan Cron. Nathan, the Wildcats have a 1-0 lead, but given the scoring opportunities, giving the 11-4 shots on goal advantage, how do you think they feel about only having one goal?
I think the Wildcats, if I was in their huddle and I think they would all collectively say we're disappointed. We're disappointed. We're not unhappy. We're pleased with our effort, but we're disappointed with the results. And because of that, there needs to be an extra. They're going to have to make a better effort. I mean, they're going to have to make a more consistent effort. Maybe I'll say it that way. The first 15-20 minutes of that half, very good football. Constantly attacking and keeping the back line of the Cougars under pressure. The last 15-20 minutes, much more choppy, much less pressure, and so I think the work's cut out for them.
Yeah, the highlight of that first 20 minutes was in minute number 16, a goal by the Wildcats, the lone goal of this match, coming off a right foot absolute cannon of a volley by number 17, Owen Gentilla, just crushing one into the inside corner where the opposing goalkeeper, who's played a very good game, Edwin Carlson of the Cougars, absolutely frozen solid, could do nothing. If you did not see that goal, trust me when I say it is worth going back on the feed and watching that one again right in minute number 16. So go back to their 15 minutes in and just watch the play develop. The assist going to number 16, Eddie Katora. Again, that's the lone goal of the match, coming off the right boot of Owen Gentilla. Not sure what the delay is here in getting the second half started, but we've got 40 more minutes to go. The Wildcats, wearing their home blues, going to go right to left, so defending the south goal. Rojas back in goal, making 4 saves in the first half. The Cougars wearing whites, they're going left to right. Oh, we have an equipment violation by number 8, Colin Bray. Did he get a yellow card? Is that what they just...
Yep.
And what is the...
Although the yellow card is actually, I think it's assigned to the bench. Did he forget to bring his... shin pads out?
And now they're checking all of them. So you can see the AR
Number 25, replacing Colin Bray.
down there. Well, Bray had to leave. So a substitution before the second half even starts. Number 25, Andrew Simonson, coming in for Colin Bray. So bit of a delay here. Starting the second half.
See all the players pulling their socks down. A lot of the players will have socks under 2 pairs of socks, 1 pair of socks that they actually like, and then because they have to wear blue socks, they'll cut those socks off. I cannot imagine they gave him a yellow card for having his socks not covering the white part of his shoe. I guess we'll find out. We'll have to talk to production staff. Maybe we can get the get the athletic director to figure things out for us and give us a sense of what's going on.
Well, and you see Eddie Katora pulling his blue down to cover up the white part underneath. I suppose maybe the white, if there's any white showing at the feet of the Wildcats, that's confusing with the white socks of the Cougars.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. No, I get that. But usually it would have to be a lot of white showing. I don't know. It's strange.
So here ends the fashion portion of our broadcast this evening, hopefully, and we'll actually get back to soccer play-by-play as the second half is underway, the final 40 minutes counting down. And that fact of Minnesota State High School soccer is what led to an unfortunate ending of the first half. An opportunity here for the Wildcats. Right foot shot. Far corner wide. So at the end of the first half, the ball went into touch for a corner kick for the Wildcats with 12 seconds on the clock. Now, in a normal soccer game, not Minnesota State High School, clocks run up. It's not a clock that everyone knows the exact time. The center ref keeps that time, and the center ref would let that corner kick take place, and then once it was cleared or a goal was scored, would blow the whistle for halftime. But here, Wildcats trying to get pressure, and they cannot. This one cleared well, the touch into the stands. But here, with the clock going down, the Wildcats attempted to bring someone from the back line to take that corner and thus wasted the remaining time of the half, where they should have just picked it up and put it in right away. It's just something that you need to be aware of. Katora trying to turn a defender. He brings it back. It's still live. Into touch. Unfortunately, no Wildcats were there. Katora with great effort.
What an effort. Absolutely brilliant effort. using his body to keep that ball in play.
Axelrod's had some big throw-ins. Here's another one heading in. This one's punched up and out. This one should be a corner kick for the Wildcats. Here in the 43rd minute. Looks like it's Zayan Oliat.
Everybody lining up on the back post.
In swinger. Aiming back post. Just over the head of a defender. No Wildcat there. Although I thought it might have nicked the defender's head. The center ref and the AR on the far side disagreeing with my assessment, so that'll be a goal kick. Looked like he had a long head of hair and thought maybe that went off a few of those hairs on the top of his head, but nice spin and control there. Gentilla looking for goal number 2. A little strong for Johnson. Far side, Katora spins, fires, blocked. Johnson plays it back. That crossing attempt is blocked by Katora. This will be a throw-in for Wildcats. Kevin Katora, far side. Colin Bray has fixed his equipment failure and is ready to play soccer again.
Equipment failure or wardrobe malfunction?
Ooh. Wardrobe failure.
Wardrobe
maybe.
failure.
We'll
there you
with
go.
That. Another long throw headed out by the Cougar defense. I'm not sure why a Wildcat wasn't there. Long shot on the ground. This one's going to go all the way through.
You know, with throws like that, Skip, somebody in blue's got to get up to it. Somebody's got to climb that ladder and get to it, because those are opportunities. And I think this is out. It's off of. It's a corner.
Yeah, it is a corner. It was deflected off. But to your point, on those throw-ins, you can't be offside if you play it. So yeah, get in there. Far post again. Headed back into the middle. Spinning kick. Unable to connect was Bray. That opportunity goes begging, but nice job bringing that corner back in from the far post. That's typically what you try to do on those plays. You don't shoot it from the far post. You bring it back to the center and then put the shot on from a better angle. You get a lot of movement left to right by the goalkeeper, by the defense. Hannon Axelrod. Long throw into the box. Bodies collide, and that one's probably going to be a foul on the Wildcats. For a push, it is. Free kick fielded cleanly by South. Nice pass, breaking through that first line, near side, cross, blocked. Nice job defensively. That was Van Ginkel trying to cross that one. He's going to take this throw as well. Levi Van Ginkel. He'll do a long throw into the penalty area. This one's headed out by the Wildcat defense. Oliat. Katora off of his foot. Foot right back to Oliat. Kind of fortunate break there for Wildcats. Oliat being grabbed and shoved from behind. That is such a blatant foul. I'm a little surprised that that's not a yellow card.
If the referee isn't going to protect star players, the Wildcats will step up to protect Zayan Oliat. That was, I mean, there wasn't a play on the ball. That was just a push, right? I think the book is on Zayan Oliat. If you can push him, knock him around, push him around, he's less comfortable and he's less effective. That makes sense, but you can't let that happen if you're the referee.
Tesla with a brilliant ball into the box, but Carlson off his line, able to catch that one cleanly. Almost as if he was fair catching a punt in traffic. And he punts it deep, and the Cougars have it, but immediately turn that one over. Wildcats trying to maintain possession here, see if they can't start something. They play that one long and into touch. Waiting for the restart in front of the Cougar bench. Throw is flicked farther in. Rojas off his line. Nice play. Rojas waits a few seconds to let his teammates get down the pitch before letting this one go. This one's flicked nicely by the Wildcats. Looked like it might have gone off a defender. Far side. Gentilla passes over. Looked like that might have been Katora far side. It was. Nice move. Kept in. Katora, they tried to put too much on that. Needed to aim that one a little better. Well high and outside. Goal kick goes short, and here come Cougars trying to mount a attack, still looking for that equalizer. Nice step up by Tesdall.
Cougars certainly have brought a good sense of energy into the opening minutes of this second half, Skip. They certainly have brought the intensity and the physical play. What remains to be seen is whether they can dial up something on the offensive end.
Be another throw in here coming for Lakeville. Long throw. Axelrod goes up high. Tesdall over his head. He's going to shield this push from behind. No call. Or it was there. Oh, finally, just unable to hear the whistle. Thought that was obvious, but
yeah, important foul there for the referee to blow a whistle there. Not only does not blowing a whistle create a scoring opportunity for Lakeville South, but it also gives the players carte blanche to really be physical from behind on each other, and that's not safe.
Yeah, we're seeing more of that play from behind, the physicality from behind, and refs really do need to get a control of that. You have a quick substitution here.
Eagan Boys and Girls Soccer sponsors would like to thank their platinum sponsors, 401k plan professionals, and Sari's Mediterranean Grill and Lounge, the Eagan Hockey Association, Hy-Vee, Itasca Wealth, John and Melanie Willie and the Willie team of Edina Realty, the Neb Doctors, Pablo and Don Borian, the Realtor team of Twin Cities Orthopedics, and Wave Soccer Club. Thank you for being platinum sponsors of boys and girls soccer here in Eagan and contributing to the success of the program both on and off the field.
Foul called there. Tesdall lining up for what will be another big kick, looking to get this one down into the penalty area. He does just that. It lands, touched momentarily by the Wildcats, unable to get possession and a shot. It was a great ball by Tesdall. Here come the Cougars. Axelrod got in front of that one, and he got the call.
Yeah, that's a good call. We were being critical of the referee for not calling things from behind. Axelrod got in front of the Lakeville South attacker. Lakeville South attacker gave him a little push from behind. He went down in a heap. So I think that's the right call. I think that was a good call, and I'm happy to see the referee make that call to keep control of the game.
Rojas coming out to play this one. Of course, as soon as he kicks this one past, that Lakeville South player's in an offside position. He gets back onside, and play resumes at the far end. An opportunity here, but offside, I believe. No flag. This play is live. Here comes Carlson diving to make the play. And do we have a penalty?
And it's a penalty. Oliat was trying to get over Carlson. Carlson on the ground. And Oliat's trying to get over the top of him, and it is a penalty.
The 52nd minute.
Taking the penalty kick will be number 17, Owen Gentilla.
Gentilla already has one goal. He'll line up trying to get number 2. Waiting for Carlson to get ready. He was down. I don't know if he's just shaking off an injury here.
I think he's playing mind games with Owen Gentilla. I think he's doing whatever he can to put Gentilla off.
Gentilla, well struck into the corner. The goal is scored. It's a big one. Owen Gentilla with his second goal of the match, and the Wildcats up 2-0.
Well, Oliot earned the penalty, and Gentilla connected and completed the opportunity. And now the mountain is pretty high for the Cougars. Cougars have to climb back into this game, now down 2-0. And so far, offensively, haven't really had that cutting edge in the attacking third.
Yeah, the second goal makes a significant difference in just the overall feeling of the match. Now, while there's over 28 and a half minutes to go, so there's plenty of time, but you need, if you're the team down 2, you need to really start pressing, and it opens up opportunities for counterattack like this one, and just offside. But that's exactly what can happen as Lakeville South starts pressing down to get that, that first goal of 2 minimum that they need. It's going to open up an opportunity for the Wildcats, and the Wildcats we've seen historically very apt to counterattack and put more goals in.
Yeah, the South Cougars definitely not going to go away. They're going to be pressing the Wildcats all the way to the end of this game, and I would wonder if there's a slightly different substitution pattern perhaps for the coaching staff. Maybe instead of bringing in 2 or 3 players at a time, maybe 1 at a time, that kind of thing. Kind of dribbling and bring in bench players 1 at a time to try to maintain as much continuity as possible.
Long throw by Crook. That one's headed out by Bray. Settled. Oh, a nice sliding clear there by the Wildcats. 2-on-4, maybe 3-on-4 if they hurry. Again, looking to counterattack, eating up space, eating up time. That pass to no one in particular. And cleared out nicely by the Cougars. Not just clearing, but passing to a teammate. Number 10, Michael Bean, able to maintain possession as that was played into touch off of Eagan. Long throw down the touchline. Headed a few times, now brought down by South. Played long, Tesdall backing up. He's going to get there in time. His height serves him well. Nice aggressive defense there. Galbari with a good play. Far side Bray marking his man. He's got a second defender helping. Off of Bray. It'll be a corner throw-in. A throw-in deep in the corner. Opportunity if they have someone who can really put some distance into this to get it into the penalty area, maybe get a scoring chance. I'm assuming since they're bringing Ethan Crook all the way from his right back position that's his specialty. We've seen him with long throws on this side, so Eagan should be playing this more like a corner kick defensively. He doesn't go long. Headed up a few times. Eagan trying to keep it out of the middle. They do, and now they keep it out of the penalty area.
Well, Skip, you're absolutely right. The Wildcats, Oliot, Gentilla, Katora, really pressing, really staying high, and there's so much space for them now that the Cougars are pushing deep into the Wildcat end, trying to get a goal. But you can see as the camera does pan back to the left, there's so much space for these forwards. If they get the ball on their feet, they've really got a lot of real estate.
Johnson's going to line this one up and go long. Katora down there 1-on-2. Gets by one, shoulders off the second, and the foul is called.
I have to admit, I don't think I'm a bit of a homer. I don't think that was a foul, Skip. I don't think it was. I mean, I don't know that I'd say it this way. Oh, goodness.
That's a head right. Oof,
ouch.
Galbari took that one right. Hopefully.
Lakeville South.
Yeah, he might have caught that one in the nose. He headed that and the other guy was attempting to head it and ended up heading Galbari right in the face.
Yeah, he missed the ball, so I am actually surprised that you would think, again, at some point the referee might need to start using cautions to positively kind of keep control of things. Galbari, though, hey, he's not leaving the field. He's good to go. So here we go.
That one's headed up a couple of times by Lakeville. Finally comes down. Axelrod trying to find Couture on the far side. Galbari spins his guy, gets around him. Nice job. Oliat down the line. Too far.
He saw one of his teammates. I missed who that was on the far side. I think it was Juntilla on the far side. He saw him breaking, hammered that ball. If Juntilla had kept his run at that pace, I think he might have been a really good ball. But unfortunately for Oliat, it just wasn't going to happen.
Rojas comes over to escort that one over the goal line for a goal kick. And
does Zach Rojas know that he's unintentionally funny?
I don't think he does.
I think that's a silly thing I just said, but I don't think he was trying to be funny there, but it looked funny, didn't it?
The pose he put on as if it's like he was shielding nobody, because there was really nobody there.
Right.
He goes short. Long left foot, but not where Hannon wanted that.
Boys and girls soccer booster clubs also like to thank their gold sponsors for this season: Acme Tools, Carbonis and Eagan, Coldwell Banker and Rami Cormont, Cornerstone Chiropractic, the Eagan Football Booster Club, the Ladder Crew, Escape With Us Vacations, Park Dental and Eagan, Raising Cane's, Salvo Soccer Club, Teresa's Mexican Restaurant, The Proper Culture, and the Urgency Room. Thank you for being our gold sponsors and supporting Eagan Soccer.
One thrown in and bounced into the penalty area. Cougars, again, trying to do something here offensively. Here's an opportunity if they can get a shot. They cannot. Wildcats up to the challenge defensively, and now here comes the counterattack. But 1-on-3 there for Schifferau. We also want to thank the awesome and professional Eagan TV crew, director Jared Greenberg, and on camera, Carter Bain and Emma Johnson, just doing a fantastic job, as always, bringing you Eagan sports all fall, winter, and spring long. Speaking of other fall sports, of course, a big game this Friday night. Homecoming, I believe, for football. Is that correct?
It's not homecoming, it's senior night.
Senior night, okay.
Senior night.
I knew it was something special.
Homecoming is a little later this season against Farmington.
But senior night should be hopefully the first win of the season for the Wildcats.
Well, certainly would hope so. The Wildcats take on the Eastview Lightning. Eastview and Eagan both looking for their first victory of the season. So certainly the Wildcats would look to change their fortunes after playing two very tough teams in the Prior Lake Lakers and the Shakopee Sabres over the last couple of weeks.
Free kick after the foul. Played short, not intentionally, just didn't get enough on it. Not everyone has a Tesdall back there. Schifferau once again trying to make something happen 1-on-3. You know, he didn't win the ball, but the fact that he hustled and put pressure on, I mean, it was 1-on-3. He just won a throw-in. I mean, that's a statistic that you don't write down, but it's like, that's a great play. I mean, he just wasted a little time and one possession.
Number 13, Colin Bray, number 8. 2 substitutions for the Cougars. Back in Marcus Huber.
Couple of subs for both sides. Now play resumes with the second half about halfway over here. Nice job. Mason Axelrod finds his teammate on the far side. Juntilla didn't really put a move on, but still maintains possession. Now he splits defenders, drawing a crowd, feeds it across. Juntilla already with both goals. Tesdall and Axelrod teaming up defensively. Axelrod yielding to Tesdall, uses his big frame to shield that one. It'll be a Wildcat throw for Hannon Axelrod.
Interesting to see here in the next 10 minutes or so. You know, if the Cougars are going to climb back into the gamescape, they really need to get a goal sooner rather than later, right? To give them a reasonable chance. And it'd be interesting to see if they change anything here in the next 10 minutes. So far, I haven't seen anything that I've noticed. But at the same time, you know, perhaps the Eagan defense is just jumping on things very, very quickly.
Yeah, the defense is playing very well. And one thing to note, you know, when you're down 2, if you score a goal, that can be a huge momentum shift, at least in the short term. So the Wildcats need to be, you know, aware of that. They need to keep in mind that the Cougars are going to come strong and keep playing smart soccer here as they earn a free kick with a foul called against the Cougars. I believe that's number 6 here of the second half.
Wildcats with John Tesdall, number 24.
This one probably a little outside of Tesdall's shooting range.
I wouldn't put anything past him, Skip. I mean,
I said probably. That header won by the Cougar back line. Now they want to play that one across. Axelrod, Mason, read that one all the way, stepped up. Nice job finding Felix Smith. Oliat goes to the corner, too strong for Gentilla.
Gentilla was breaking to the inside, and Oliat put it to the outside. Just a little unlucky there, but you know, we talked about it with the girls. You know, the boys, they also had a lot of graduations last year, and a lot of the several of the new players are players that like Shifra and Hussein and Galbari and people like that are, they're quote new players on the varsity pitch, but we're almost halfway through this. We're halfway through the season. You know, and so there is no such thing as a new player out there on the pitch. And I'm watching these guys come together and play together, and it looks like they're starting to figure a few things out.
One for each team for the Wildcats.
Yeah, we're seeing more stretches of them staying connected offensively, and that was something that we saw a lot of a year ago. And let's not forget the big loss to injury for Eric Knoll, senior, one of the top players in the state and one of the best offensive players in the state. So that's a big loss as well. Here's an opportunity if the Wildcats can get there. They can't. Nice clear by the Cougars up to midfield. They control there, but taken away by Mason Axelrod. He gets it back from Oliat. Far side, Hussein. Oh, stepping up is Tesdall. Oliat trying to find a lane to shoot or pass. He can't. Loses possession due to the double team by the Cougars. Nice job playing that one to Tesdall, who's not going to take any chances. Puts that one into orbit. .64 minutes in the books. Eagan clinging to a 2-0 lead. Doing a nice job keeping everything out of danger for the most part. This is Smith. Had one defender, dribbled into a second. Axelrod. Simonson plays it back. And that ball probably not where Wildcat backline wanted that to go.
Yeah, we're still seeing players sometimes when they're coming together not yielding to what I'll call the right player, right? The player that has the better vision, the player that's going up the field, the player that's going the direction they want to go. Still, sometimes Wildcats just still coming together, and that's just one of those things that, like I said, I hope you hope if you're a Wildcat fan, by the end of the season they've got that stuff figured out.
Nice job by Smith there. Hannon Axelrod with Mason Axelrod. Galbari, nice pass far side. Oh, and just a touch gets away from Hussein. pressure on the keeper. Carlson up to the challenge. Oh, brilliant step here. Axelrod, Hannon coming in. He's got a player to his left. He crosses it in. Opportunity shot. Oliot just too high. It might have nicked off the top of the crossbar.
I love how Oliot hit that first time. It was a good ball from Axelrod. It bounced around a little bit, came out for him. And I tell you, Skip, you give him that 10 times, you're going to see a lot of goals. That's the kind of shot that you would love to see him have over and over again.
Again, a great setup there by Hannon Axelrod coming up from his left back position. We talked about that earlier in the broadcast. Axelrod playing a winger position his first 2 seasons with the Eagan Wildcat squad. 3 seasons, really. I think this is season number 4. He made the team as a freshman. And now being asked to play left back, so an adjustment there. Of course, he's up to the challenge.
So Anders Simonson, number 25 for the Wildcats, not only dishing out some physical play, but also winning the throw to the cheers and congratulations of the coaching staff and his teammates.
Jaron Leon throwing that one in, number 12, into the game, Kevin Katora.
Cats really could use one more, Skip. You get a sense that the Cougars might still have one left in them.
A third goal here by the Wildcats would definitely be the proverbial nail in the coffin. Nice job playing that one with his head. Kevin Katora loses that physical battle. Smith pressuring. Nice job poking it away. Wildcats can't control. Cougars far side. They play it deep. Galbari's there. Plays it up the touchline. Finds his teammate. It's about 4-on-5. There's open space. Oliot. Near side Smith. Freshman trying to get into the middle. Nice job. Wildcats controlling. They don't need to be in a hurry here. They can be a little more patient with the 2-goal lead with 12 to go.
Substitution for Lakeville South. Back into the game, Michael Bean, number 10. Going off, number 8.
Michael Bean for the Cougars checks back in.
A little surprised that the Wildcats looked a little bit on that last rush. Look, they play fast, they play well, but a little frantic almost there.
Yeah.
They didn't need to be frantic.
That's a great word. It felt like they were just a little too excited. It's like, just relax. You can play with tempo and then accelerate and burst as needed.
Substitution for the Wildcats. Back in the game, Graham Johnson, number 9.
Graham Johnson
Oliot, number 10.
coming in. Oliot getting a break. Probably a much-needed rest. Logged a lot of minutes in this match.
I think it is fair to say, despite the foul there against the Cats, I think it's fair to say the Wildcats have played a good match tonight, certainly rebounding well from Monday night's loss to the Rosemont Irish. And they have not conceded too many scoring opportunities to the Cougars.
Rojas with a tough one. That one looked like it short-hopped him.
Saved by Zach Rojas.
Nothing unintentionally funny about that. I think that's the first shot that the Cougars have had on goal in this half.
That is true. And when you're down 2 goals, getting your first shot of the half 30 minutes in is not a good sign. Nice job by Axelrod, not just turning around, but finding Smith. Smith was under pressure, couldn't get it to a teammate. Johnson pressuring. Oh. Hannah was just assuming that the Cougars were going to make that play. Katora trying to chase this one down. Wildcats need to maintain their shape here. Nice through ball. Tesdall there. Be careful in the box. He is. Nice job earning the corner for the Cougars.
The results in a corner kick for Lakeville South.
Their first of the second half. They had one in the first half as well.
Prior to the corner kick for the Cougars. Back in Joe Elliott.
Well, you're inside 10 minutes.
Ethan Crook, number 13.
I don't think it's too hyperbolic to say the Cougars have got to score here in this sequence.
Raphael, number 11. In swinger. Headed up, but not out. Rojas shoves a guy out of his way. Right in the back, a dangerous play, and it's possible the AR caught that.
The AR caught it.
She's been on her game for both matches tonight. I am not surprised. She absolutely saw the two-hand
And that
shove.
is a penalty.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be a penalty. And I don't have a problem with that call whatsoever. I saw the same thing you did, Skip, which was Rojas, a two-handed shove into the back of I did not pick up which number, but one of the players, and now we just got done talking about it. This is exactly what the Lakeville South Cougars needed.
Trying to get the jersey number. Is that 11?
Bean, number 10.
Oh, Bean, number 10. Oh, and he puts it just under the crossbar. And just like that, we have a one-goal game here with 8:29 remaining. The penalty is good, so both teams with a penalty, a successful penalty in the half, in the 52nd minute. Owen Gentilla scored, and now in the 72nd minute, number 10, Michael Bean with the goal. It's 2-1 Wildcats.
And Eddie Katora, Colin Bray, Graham Johnson, and Owen Gentilla all checking back into the game. This game is not over by any stretch of the imagination, and the Cats have got to be crisp.
And what they should expect is now a big pickup in momentum and energy for Lakeville South, and the Wildcats need to match that intensity.
South Cougars on the penalty kick, number 10, Michael Bean, in the 72nd minute. The time of the goal is 71 minutes, 9 seconds. Cougars goal scored by Michael Bean on a penalty kick. The time was 71:09.
Headed down, it's saved by Gentilla. Almost.
Everybody thought that maybe that would stay in, but the assistant referee not having any of that.
A slightly better angle on that call than we have.
Just a little bit better. Yes, absolutely. We've said several times in our broadcasting careers that the assistant referees usually have the better view than we do.
Gentilla with a nice header, but unable to get it far enough. Here's an opportunity for the Wildcats to at least possess and try to set something up. Johnson. Near side Gentilla. Johnson with an overlapping run. Gentilla brings it to the middle. Plays it across far post. Has a player there. Unable to bring it down. Can't get a shot. Can't get control. Tried the spinning kick that somehow went down to the corner. Gentilla's got to save it. That's off the Wildcats. He does. Looking for some sort of an opportunity. Oh, finds a guy right on the ground. This is Katora squeezing through two defenders. He can't. Unable to put something on the far side. Was that Hussein? Hussein could not get a shot. Well defended by the Cougar defense. I think this is the exact response we wanted from the Wildcats. Put the pressure on. Try to get that third goal. That was the one I said would be the nail in the coffin. Katora just lost sight of that one. And that stayed in, I believe. Yes, it did. Play resumes. Bodies collide. Wildcats ball. Gentilla, a rare misplay. That's just not something you see very often.
Guys, touch let him down there, didn't it?
Or lack of a touch. Axelrod found Johnson, tried to squeeze it through. Could not. Good aggressive defense and win. Hannon Axelrod brings it back. Player goes down, gets back up, kicks it off said player. These two guys are still going. Bare physical play there. Axelrod won't back down, and now we're going to have a call. Oh, I can't believe that's on Axelrod. That's interesting to me. He needs to drop the ball. He needs to drop the ball. It's going to be a delay warning. There you go. I think he has a legitimate gripe.
I think he does too. I think both players probably could have been. Well, I think both players both earned a foul, and it didn't matter who you blew the whistle on. 50% of the crowd was going to be upset, Skip.
Long ball near side. That one headed off of Tesdall. It's going to be a corner.
Lakeville South, their second.
Major danger here.
The Cougars making things interesting. In swinger. Far post, the shot, the save! A huge save there. Rojas comes up big. This ball is still alive. Near side. Raphael again. Tries to slide that one in off the head of the Wildcats. And out. Rojas coming up huge, being in the right place at the right time. Somehow that got through two players. Wildcats falling apart a little bit here, and they need to regroup. Van Ginkel. You can sense the momentum and the energy picking up. Both the Cougars on the pitch and their parents in the stands. Long throw. Player goes down. Ball in the box, Bray. Far side of the box, it's still in danger now. Cleared farther out. Katora trying to get help from a teammate. Oh, and they just a little bit unlucky as that ball was bouncing. Better communication there, and that might have been a counter-attack opportunity for the Wildcats. Midfield throw. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining, and we have a whistle.
Foul throw?
Or a foul.
Oh, okay, foul. Okay, I did not see that coming.
But another opportunity here for Lakeville South to get this one down into the penalty area, potentially get a shot. Looking for that equalizer. Bray heads that one not out, but to the side. That cross is blocked. There's Wildcat players all over the place. Good team defense, at least preventing the cross, but now an opportunity for a throw. 3:20.
Cats have got to get on their goal side marks. They've got to keep their shape.
Crook. Throw in, trying to flick it deep. That one should be a goal kick, and it is.
Opportunity to breathe.
Now the final 5 minutes, when the team with the lead is substituting by themselves, the clock stops. So there's 3:03 on the official clock, and that'll resume as soon as Rojas takes this goal kick. It prevents the leading team from wasting time. Too many substitutions.
Well, not a problem if you're going to let the referees keep time on their watch, but if you're going to do it on a scoreboard.
Exactly, yeah. This is a Minnesota high school rule again with the clock. I don't know why they don't just go to a 45-minute normal one, but that's an argument that it's just not worth getting into with whoever makes those decisions, even though they're wrong. All right, moving on. Wildcats, opportunity to eat up some clock here. Really heady decision there by Katora. Play the possession game. Yields to Leon. Leon plays it back. Now they're going to go long just to get it out of trouble and played right back down. Axelrod and Bray play that one forward. Long ball. This could be trouble. It gets over Hannon Axelrod. Tesdale backs him up. One-on-one there. Poke checked away by Tesdall. Into touch, allows his teammates to regroup. They're expecting a big throw. Under 2 minutes remain. One flicked in, but headed out. Cleared by the Wildcats. Katora blocks that one. It's going to be a throw for the Cougars. Eagan side of midfield. Long throw. It's off the Cougar head. Opportunity. I think Axelrod was hoping to deflect that and win possession. Did not. Less than 90 seconds to go. Bean with the throw. Nice job. Far side, an opportunity, but it takes a bad hop. This one's headed towards Rojas. I'm a little surprised he caught that. I'm surprised he didn't play that one down. He's going to put it down now, and he's just going to wait. If the Cougars aren't paying attention, he will sit there and wait all day long. This ball is live, folks. This is not a – I'm surprised he's taking that, unless there was a call.
I didn't hear a call. I didn't hear a whistle.
Unfortunately for the Cougars, that was flicked deeper by them. Couture needs to keep this one in if he can. Plays it to the middle. It was going in. Oh, an opportunity here for Gentilla. The hat trick. It's there. Owen Gentilla gets the hat trick. Puts the nail in the coffin, and the Wildcats are going to win this one. They lead 3-1.
Well, it was a brilliant effort by Eddie Couture on the far side, taking that ball down into the corner, beating a couple of defenders, and then feeding the ball across. Ball ended up finding its way, dribbling up towards Gentilla, and Gentilla with a great strike into the low left corner. Left no doubt. I mean, he struck the ball on all 3 goals tonight, Skip. He has struck the ball very well, very clean, very hard.
I'm glad you brought it up. That's the second assist for Eddie Couture, and he really made that play. I mean, he absolutely 100% effort, kept that ball in. It came across, got out to the foot of Gentilla, and like you said, he buried that one in the 80th minute. Now we're down to the final 27 seconds of this one, but the Wildcats will win this game. Now, they're officially saying unassisted, but I'm writing it down as an assist to Couture because he made that play.
Well, it did come off. I think it did come off a Lakeville South defender, but I think Couture would rightfully say, hey, the reason it did is because I hammered that ball across the goal face.
Axelrod's going to boot that one over the fence, and that is a wrap. So the Wildcats, things got a little dicey there for a few minutes, but absolutely made the plays they needed to make.
They absolutely did, and I'll tell you, they finished – for the most part, they finished the second half the way that they started the game. I think, in large part, and so I think that does them a credit. Credit to the Lakeville South Cougars. They didn't give up. They didn't let their once the second goal was scored, they didn't let their heads hang. They battled back and made it a very close game at the end. And but for that third goal. I mean, how many more corners or free kicks were you comfortable with the Cougars taking, Skip?
Yeah, exactly. That's a great point. But the Wildcats hold on. Some great goaltending play by Rojas, some great defense on the back line. Eddie Couture, hustle play to get that third goal. But the star of the game, Owen Gentilla, with the hat trick, scoring all 3 goals for the Wildcats. This is Wildcat Soccer. The Eagan Wildcats victorious here tonight, 3-1 over the Lakeville South Cougars. For Nathan Cron, my name is Skip Newton. Thank you so much for watching Wildcat Soccer here on Eagan TV. So long and good night, everyone.